Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We are so glad you joined us. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde.
Today, we are so excited to kick off our Broadway Balances America series, once again going behind the scenes of Broadway's best shows as they travel across the country.
This is going to be awesome.
So fun. And we're beginning with Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which has a whole new look, sound, and sensibility.
You know, it's hard to imagine that it was first written for television back in the 1950s.
Wow.
With Julie Andrews.
Did not know that.
She was the star, seen by over 100 million viewers, and only made its Broadway debut in 2013.
And we'll be talking to the folks behind this new contemporary take on the classic tale, who brought it to Broadway and are now bringing it to a theater near you for the very first time. Love it. The Balancing Act starts right now.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
We're once again heading to Broadway and beyond as our Broadway Balances America series takes us behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals as they travel across the country and into your local theaters.
Today, Balancing Act correspondent Amber Milt kicks it all off with the classic tale of Cinderella, which has been thoroughly reimagined and modernized.
That's right. It's a story of female empowerment brought to life by an impressive creative team which has found just the right balance in creating the Cinderella of the 21st century.
That's right, ladies. This classic Rodgers and Hammerstein musical made its Broadway debut just over 2 years ago and has been wowing audiences ever since with its contemporary approach to finding our own happy endings. As for the stars of the show, they're happily living their dreams on the road while balancing motherhood, relationships, and more. It still has all the magical elements, from a glass slipper to a handsome prince. But this Cinderella has a new look, sound, and sensibility. This kind-hearted Ella dreams of one day seeing the world and perhaps even changing it. Let's talk about why you thought it was important to bring such a classic story to Broadway.
Cinderella is one of the most beloved fairy tales in the world. Everyone can relate to it, everybody loves it, and we wanted to bring this glorious music and this glorious show to Broadway. But it was very important to us that we make sure that our princess wasn't just a passive damsel in distress. We wanted to give her agency. We wanted to make sure that she helped the prince as much as he helped her. Kindness and compassion and generosity, and these are themes that are very important to us and we're happy to bring to the larger audience.
In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be.
It was interesting, the way to make everything more current was actually to go back to the original version, which was a French version by Charles Perrault. Imagine someone who was a heroine because she was kind to people and forgave them. I was just fascinated about the prince, and I thought it would be much more interesting to tell boys and girls that perhaps you should be looking for the fascinating character and the wonderful human being, and not just the pretty face.
The roles truly resonate with the two leads who play Ella and Topher the Prince. We caught up with them on the national tour as they visited the Cleveland Botanical Gardens, the perfect setting to talk about fairy tales, enchanted forests, and life on the road.
10 minutes ago, I met you.
This Cinderella is empowered, or at least becomes empowered throughout the course of the play. She starts off as meek and mild as a mouse, like the lyrics of In My Own Little Corner say, but she has a lot of real growth. A lot of my own growth in my personal life connects a lot with Ella's life. You really see her become this strong, amazing woman, which is really exciting to play 8 times a week across the country.
And I like it so well that for all I can tell. Prince Topher, he's struggling to find his way. He has inherited this enormous amount of responsibility, and he doesn't really know what he's doing. Oh, I'm sorry to be so effusive. I just met you. I'm not usually this way with someone I've just met. It's fun to see audiences relate to this guy who is actually falling in love with Cinderella, is because she gives him the confidence that he needs to be, you know, as great as he can be. They empower each other.
a theme that's reinforced throughout this rebooted show and mirrors real life for these actors.
This version of Cinderella has been a part of my life for a few years now, and I actually met my husband through the process and obviously had my son Hank, so Cinderella is very special to me.
One of the reasons that Cinderella has persisted in every world culture for the past several hundred years is because it's a story of hope. It's an empowering story, it's an inspirational story. And I think that, you know, little girls identify with it, of course, but as a guy in his 20s, I identify with it too. I was raised by two moms. They had me together in the late 80s, and I didn't really realize that I was from a different kind of a family until I grew up and I saw other families. But it's I still forget sometimes that I was raised in kind of a unique situation, and I feel incredibly lucky because I was raised with this unbelievable amount of love. I was always encouraged to pursue what would make me happy.
And this unconditional love has inspired Andy.
My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling. The room had no ceiling or floor. Something about having my moms come out and visit me on the tour, and they're so proud. I have this incredible support system, and it kind of goes along with Cinderella. You know, you can be whatever you want to be, and they really have been a big part of making that possible for me.
Today, Paige, 2.5-year-old Hank.
Where do I work? Cinderella.
Plus Andy and his fiancée Audrey Cardwell, who's in the ensemble and is also Paige's understudy, are enjoying a day at the garden.
Can you wave to your fans? What are you doing up there?
Hello, Hank.
Yes.
Life on the road isn't easy, and balance, that magical word, can sometimes be as elusive as a glass slipper. But they've found a way to combine personal and professional goals.
My husband Adam is in New York, and we're on the road, and but we've really kind of found a nice balance with all of it.
Well, we miss you.
Miss you too.
We try to never go more than 2 or 3 weeks without seeing each other. It's definitely a scheduling Tetris game of, you know, trying to make sure that Hank is 100% taken care of. That's my first priority. But then also making sure I'm able to get enough sleep and eating right, you know, to do the show 100% as well.
We have been engaged for about a week and a half. Not to spoil anything in the show, but there is a happy ending. There may be a wedding. I had proposed to Audrey, you know, 100 some odd times before. So I mean, thankfully when it happened, it was its own special thing. To play this part with someone that you're in love with there are no words apparently.
Occasionally I get to step in and do the part, which is a dream come true, and to do it with Andy is really amazing. And I just constantly pinch myself. I just kind of had a moment where I had to just thank the universe for this opportunity. It's really amazing. It's such a beautiful story to share.
Impossible, things are happening every day.
The people have loved it. We ran for 2 years on Broadway. We won Best Costume Design for William Ivy Long, and we've been on tour now for about 9 months. We have another year plus on the road. We're doing phenomenally well.
While the cities may change, the show remains constant.
No matter where we go, everything about the show is the same. One of the things that I always rely on is the prop box, which holds the pumpkin that becomes a carriage. One of the fun facts about the pumpkin is it bounces.
These shoes were specifically designed for our production by Stuart Weitzman. They're so comfortable, and they're the only ones. They don't sell them in stores. They were made specifically for us.
And the award-winning show continues to captivate audiences across America.
Through kindness, you can change the world. It's been fun to work on a show that you believe in. People are walking away inspired. And that's a great reason to come to work.
My life has, you know, kind of turned into this happy ending, you know, with having my husband and my son, and I mean, really the role of a lifetime. And it's funny because sometimes, like Ella, you know, I don't feel like I'm like, do I deserve this? Like, it's so, everything's so beautiful.
You can have what you want in life. It's just be sure to be responsible about it and be helpful to other people along the way, and you'll be fine.
And we all deserve a happy ending, and a glass slipper, or maybe even a tiara. The North American tour of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella continues. To find out when it's coming to your own little corner of the world, check out BroadwayBalanceSAmerica.com or go to our website, TheBalancingAct.com, for all the show information, tour dates, and more.
Thanks so much for starting your day with us. Remember to check out BroadwayBalanceSAmerica.com to find out when Cinderella is coming to your city.
And you know, I always dreamed of having a prince put a glass slipper on my...
Yes, me too. All girls do, right?
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Remember, we have lots more on our website, TheBalancingAct.com.
We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time,
remember, find your balance.
So long, everybody.
Remember,
the glass
right here.
slipper.